What's the saddest thing to hear? It's okay, I'm used to it as a response to being left out/alone all the time. Ducking Snapchat and social media, man. It hurts to see your friends together having an awesome time and never getting an invite. I had a girl in high school apologizing for hitting me with a metal stick a few months before the apology. The reflex answer was NVM, I'm used to that. The look of shame on her face when I said that was some painful shit. Constantly having different utilities cut off and multiple eviction threats from the landlord and a large possibility of becoming homeless in the near future because whoever you live with would rather stock up on liquor than save for rent and bills. That seems almost too specific. What did you get for Christmas? Nothing. I get sad looks, but truthfully, it's okay. I'm used to it. I know that feeling, except it's for my birthday, since it's on the 30th. I had a roommate after college that unfortunately slipped back into a pill problem. I came back to the apartment one evening with my mom to find my roommate passed out on the floor and incoherent. I was freaking out the entire time, but my mom was incredibly calm and knew exactly what to do. Afterwards she told me, I used to have to do that all the time with my dad. My mom grew up with an alcoholic father who ended up dying of his disease, so she had been through a lot, but I really had no idea how bad it had been for her until then. I still get a little choked up thinking about her face in that moment. I'm the sad sack in this story. My youngest brother passed away a little over a year ago. At the funeral, my aunt was introducing me to people and most responses were, "Oh wow, I didn't even know he had a sister." After about an hour of this, I was introduced to my dad's pastor and he said, "Oh wow, I had no idea Lex had a sister." And I said, "Yeah, it's okay, I'm used to it." And he says, "Oh wow, that's so sad. Like, thanks a duck ton, people." Someone hurling insults/swears/hurtful words at a person. This is basically what I say. Because I've had so many hurtful words thrown at me, I'm practically immune to it by now. Yup, same here. On the bright side, being able to say I've been called worse by better and it be 100% accurate is rather satisfying in strange sort of way. This kid I had an after school program was supposed to be picked up by his dad for the weekend. Talked basically all Friday how much fun they were gonna have. Well, Monday came and I found out the dad never showed. The kid seemed fine though, and when I tried to get if he really was okay, he said it's okay, I should be used to this by now. Also, another kid I babysit, her mom is supposed to call on Sunday nights, but skips many of the many just calls whenever she pleases really, and gets mad at the kid for not answering. While in school I asked her about it, and she said it doesn't bother her, cause she's so used to her mom being flaky and not calling at the agreed upon time. Getting rejected or ghosted. Not going to lie, I legitimately thought being ghosted was a normal thing to happen. Like you talk to someone, then one day they just stop, like a completely normal experience. Been like that with about 80% of the people I interact with. Whenever I talk to someone I always assume this is the last time I will interact with them. Most of the time I'm right. It wasn't until my friend was complaining about being ghosted and I said, "What's ghosting?" Then they explained it and I said, "So, like normal? What's wrong with that?" On the bright side, I distracted my friend from his grief. People are always like you've had friends. No. If you can just walk away that easily and never look back, you are no friend of mine. And that's everyone's who. My mom usually can't attend school events because she's working. When she tells me she can't attend something, that's my response. I was that kid. My parents ran a restaurant, so if they came to my events, they'd have to close the restaurant. I understood, but it doesn't make it feel any better to understand. I cried a lot as a child, but once I hit the 3rd grade, I pretty much became numb to it. All I can say is this: if your mom is a good parent in other aspects, then it's not that she doesn't care. I'm sure if circumstances were better and she had better off days or better hours, she would. If it's the opposite and she's a not so good mom in other aspects, then there's a probability she's not that great as a person. Her attendance may do more damage than good. And while her actions probably make you feel like she doesn't want to spend time with you or care about you, please don't let that define you or how you think of yourself. She will regret missing all those milestones with you, and in the future, you will feel better knowing she wasn't there to ruin it. Find someone else to share your accomplishments with. Someone you trust and someone who cares for you. If this is the case, my PM is always open for you, and for anyone else reading this. I'm sure tons of other fellow redditors feel the same as well. Not quite, it's okay, I'm used to it, but pretty close. I'll listen to a friend of mine who has ADHD and Asperger's talk about his D&D stories, and he'll go on for a bit and then suddenly stop and say, sorry, I'm rambling, and you just know he's been told to shut up or stop talking so many times that he's now used to having to stop talking because someone got frustrated with him rambling. Makes me sad that someone would tell this guy to shut up when he's clearly enjoying explaining his wild universes. Passion like that shouldn't be stifled. My friend apologizes every time he tells a story that drags on longer than the I should stop talking point. Even if people are enjoying it, we're always like, dude, it's cool. We're listening. Keep going. Only for him to apologize a little later. It's kinda sad that his reaction to being excited about something is to apologize because he thinks nobody wants to hear it. Being cheated on used to be what I'd say this to. I hate the fact that I can say same, but oh well. You live you learn. I hope you're in a happy relationship now. Equals. When my boss told me a few weeks ago that I haven't been getting enough quotes to him and maybe the sales job is too for me, but you are a really nice guy. I could not tell you how many times I've had someone say something negative followed up with, but you're a really nice guy. On the bright side, if many people say it, you probably are actually a really nice dude. Just keep being nice. Hope it all works out. I was walking into Walmart the other day when I saw a woman in her early 60s in a wheelchair trying to push herself uphill against the wind with a basket on her lap. I said to her, pardon me, I don't mean to be rude, but would you like a hand? And she said, oh no, that's alright, I'm used to it. I felt so guilty for how much I take my legs for granted. What a trooper she was. When I was in 10th grade, there was this freshman girl who had a pretty nice body in my photography class. Sometimes when she walked by the back table, like 3 or 4 of the guys there would slap her ass and she would just keep walking solemnly. One day I took her aside so no one was in earshot and asked her why she just lets them do that to her, and she said, it's fine, I've had to deal with it since I was in middle school from some of them. And that's pretty much why the Me Too thing happened. My mom has some strong letting go issues. She had a shitty childhood that resulted in her not letting me go to birthday parties, sleepover, playdates etc. when I was younger cause she was afraid something was going to happen or that I would somehow embarrass myself for life. Around the 3rd grade we had a new kid in class, and when it came around to birthday parties everyone but me got an invite. The new kid noticed this after a while and was offended for me. When asked why I wasn't upset, just stated that I was used to it. Even if I had gotten an invite I would not be allowed to go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel for more curated daily Reddit stories.